Good morning, children. Here I am back with our next video. We were on the Patriot. The last video we had done stanza 1, 2 and 3. Just a very short flashback of stanza 1, 2 and 3, where we find that the Patriot, as I told you all who is a Patriot also, I'm not going to repeat every time, you all should know it very hard. So the Patriot is recollecting a day that happened in his life exactly 1 year to this day. How he was welcomed, the adoration, the love people showed on him, how popular he was among his people, what the people could do for him, the extent of love they could show him. He is recollecting all these facts about his own life that happened to him exactly 1 year ago. Unfortunately, within this time of 1 year, things have drastically changed for the people and for the Patriot. Okay, now it happens in human beings, in us, that sometimes due to our over ambitiousness, when we are over ambitious, we want to achieve everything in our grasp for our own benefit. People become greedy, people become mean. So, and it's also fact in life that in human beings, a person can do hundreds and hundreds of good things in his life, but if he does one wrong, people will never forgive him for that one wrong. This is what is happening to the Patriot also. Okay, so here we start with the fourth stanza now. There's nobody on the housetop now. Now times have changed. This is his present condition today. Today, the Patriot is being taken down these same roads. Imagine, 1 year ago when he walked on these roads, he was showered with petals. People lined the road. People were on housetop to have a glimpse of him. Today, he is being taken down these very roads, and there is not one person out on the road to look at him, to even have a glimpse of him. Okay, so there's nobody on the housetop now. There's no one climbed on the roofs. There's no one peeping out of the houses. There's no one lining the roads of the houses now. Everything is changed. Just a palsied few at the window set. He says there are a few people right now, even there are a few people, and the people who are sitting by their windows, glass windows, big windows, the people who are sitting by their windows are the handicapped people, the people who have some problem, difficulty walking and moving. They are on their wheelchairs sitting by the side of the window looking out at the Patriot. Imagine, only handicapped, people who are crippled, people who cannot move. These are the only people today sitting by their window sides and looking and wanting to have a glimpse of the Patriot. So where are the actual people of the city? Where are they? He is going to tell us now. Okay, so just a palsied meaning a handicapped, crippled people. Okay, third line then, for the best of the sight is all alone. Now the thing with this Patriot was that people, after him ruling for 1 year, they found fault with him. They found some type of fault with him, and for that fault, he was today being punished for that one fault of his. And the punishment that he is going to receive today was the death penalty. He was going to be hung. He was going to be receiving the death penalty. So all the people of the city had reached the spot where he was to be executed. Imagine, the same people adored him, the same people showered him with love just 1 year back. Today they are wanting to get the best possible seat in the house to see him being executed. So early morning, all the people who could walk, all the people who were healthy had rushed in advance to that spot where he was going to be executed today. That is why there was no one on the roads to meet him, to greet him. Okay. For the best of the sight is all. Everyone wanted the best sight right in front to see him being executed right in front of their eyes. So that's why all the people had left the city and gone to this particular site where he was going to be executed today. Okay. For the best of the sight is all alone at the Shambles Gate. Here is the place where he was going to be executed. That is the Shambles Gate. It's a particular place. Okay. Or better yet, by the very scaffold foot I throw. And they reach the spot is the Shambles Gate. The scaffold is the execution way, how he was going to be executed. So people wanted to be as close as possible to have that sight of him being executed. So that's why there was a rush, and the entire city was emptied of its people today. All had rushed to get the best view of the patriot being executed. Okay, that is your fourth stanza. Fifth, I go in the rain. Again, he's talking of his present condition now. The patriot, for some reason, has been arrested. He has been tried. Trial has found him guilty. We don't know what the cause was, but he has been found guilty. Today he is being dragged, literally dragged, handcuffed, tied up hands and pulled down the road. The same road he has been pulled. It is at this moment, it is raining. No compassion showed. In the rain only he has been taken to be executed. I go in the rain, and more than needs, a rope cuts both my wrists behind. Now his hands are handcuffed from behind with rope, and he is being literally pulled by the policemen who are taking him there. And they are so cruel to him, so inhuman to him. They have no compassion today. They are just literally pulling him, and with the effect of being pulled, his hands are bleeding. The rope that his hands are tied with is so coarse, so rough, that it has literally cut his hands, and he can't see it, but he can feel the pain, the blood oozing out from his wrist. That is his condition. No compassion showed to the patriot. A rope cuts both my wrist behind, and I think by the feel my forehead bleeds. He is also having this feeling that his forehead is here, matha jo kehte hain, theek hai, is bleeding. Someone has thrown a stone at him. Imagine, people were throwing petals in front of him. Today they are pelting him with stones. A few stones have landed on his head, because of which it is bleeding. He can feel the blood flowing down his head. He can feel it. He can feel the blood coming out from his wrist due to the hands being tied up. Okay. So, and I think by the feel my forehead, he is feeling it. Sometimes when you get hurt on your head, it is bleeding. You can feel blood coming out, but it is warm, and that if it's quite a deep wound, lot of blood comes out, and you can just literally feel it flowing out. So that is his condition. He can literally feel blood coming out from his forehead, and I think by the feel my forehead bleeds. For they fling. Who are they? They are the common people, the people of this city, the people who once upon a time threw petals in front of him. Today they are pelting him not with petals but with stones. Huge stones are being thrown at him. For they fling, whoever has a mind, stone at me for my years misdeed. Today they are, whatever is coming in their path, they are throwing in at me. Why? Because of my misdeed. He himself is admitting. They are punishing him. They are acting like this against him because of his misdeeds. Misdeeds meaning his bad rule. Maybe he was ambitious. Maybe he was greedy. Maybe that's not given in the poetry. Okay, but he himself is admitting that he must have made a mistake, and because of his misdeed, today his people are punishing him. Okay, so that is a lesson for every human being. Don't be over ambitious. because if your people turn against you, if people turn against you, you are bound to be punished. Okay, so that is your fifth stanza. Sixth stanza then comes, thus I enter and thus I go. Now the poem, this particular poetry, ends quite optimistic. Now he is resigned to his fate, and the last stanza, the poet or the patriot is showing a lot of optimism. He is accepting this punishment. He is accepting it. He is taking it very calmly. Okay, so the poem ends quite optimistically. He has entered the gates of death and he has resigned himself, accepting the death penalty that he has been given, and he is very cool and calm about it. He has no regret about being executed, being killed by his very people. Thus I enter and thus I go. In triumph, people have dropped down dead. He says this is the case and has been the case with many a ruler. In history, if you go back, there are so many rulers who were ambitious, who were greedy, and because of their greed, because of their over ambitiousness, they were severely punished by their people. And he said if other known personalities of the world, rulers of the world, could be treated in the same way like he is being treated, there's no regret in that. And he is very optimistic about receiving such a death also. Okay. In triumph, people have dropped down dead, paid by the world. What dost thou owe? And they are paid. People who have achieved greatness, people who have been over ambitious, they have been paid by their very people. Paid in the sense they have been punished for their misrule, for their misdeeds. So, me God might question now instead. It's God shall repay, I am safer so. So now the patriot, being in the mind of being an optimistic person, hopes that since he did not receive his reward, and then he hopes and prays that since he has not got his due reward on earth, he should have been really appreciated for his works. But since he has not got it here, he is optimistically hoping that anyway, if human beings could not appreciate him on this world, at least once he is dead, once he enters the gate of heaven, at least God will appreciate him for what he has done. He is that very much optimistic. He doesn't care for human beings' appreciation. He is in fact craving for the appreciation of God. Okay, he feels safe in the hands of God. He was not safe in the hands of his people. Because of his misdeeds, people punished him. But now he feels that once he reaches heaven, once he is in the arms of God, there he is not going to be punished. He is going to be appreciated, and God will look after him, show him with his blessings. It reflects Browning's optimistic philosophy. Now this entire poem is showing us the mentality of Robert Browning and how optimistic he was in his philosophy of life. What he took life to be. He tries to give us a message. A theme is always coming out there. A message is coming out that we should not take our position for granted. We should not have complete faith in our people, because people's minds are very fickle. Fickle matlab कि बहुत जल्दी you can change your opinion, and that is what he's trying to teach us, that be genuine, don't trust people, because people's minds can be very fickle. People can be very fickle mindedness. Okay, so my dear students, I think that's it. You all have your workbooks. After you see the videos of this particular poetry, open out your workbook, take out the notes. You have your stanza wise explanation there. You have the critical appreciation. You have so many notes there. Go about reading the notes. You will get a much better understanding by putting in a little labor and trying to do something yourself also. So that with this we'll end this particular poetry. Next time we will see what book to start. Okay, so goodbye. God bless. Thank you.